Hey everybody, this is Dr. J. Kamal and Ogden, streaming live from Long Island, New York, and somewhere in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Is it warming up in New Hampshire or no?
Well, right now I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it's pretty dreary, but 50 degrees.
The whole Northeast is, not exactly having a nice spring season.
Yeah, I'm excited for May. I think May will bring us good things. Maybe in the market too.
Yeah, I've been looking in my backyard for the warblers. We get warblers. We get northern cardinals. We get a lot of those. Those are pretty.
Yeah, we're gonna buy a bird feeder soon and I'm gonna start to learn my species. UAMY.
Oh, look at this. Is this coincidence or what? Bird calls.
Bird calls.
I'm just talking about birds, and that's really amazing. Total coincidence. Yes, we can chart UAM. Why not? I have no idea what it is. So what's going on? The market wised up. They realized that Trump is pulling another fast one on us.
I guess. I mean, I also just think when things go up 11% in a day, they have to come down for a little.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he really didn't. The pause didn't really mean that much. He's still going ahead full fledged with his program. How do I stop this phone?
Yeah. I mean
10% tariffs is a lot. It's still a lot in Canada and Mexico and trade war with China. It's still bad.
Well, we're paying it.
What's that, Kamal?
We are paying it.
Yeah, we're paying it.
Yeah, we're paying it.
But the market sure sent them a message with going down. Dow down 2,000 points in the day, that kind of thing. He got scared that the market was really going to collapse along with the bond market.
Yeah.
So that's why he had to do something.
Yeah, but he bluffed basically.
He's very good at it.
Well, yeah, he had that interview. Oh, go ahead.
But they're catching him on his bluffs. They're calling his bluffs.
They always catch him. It doesn't stop him from doing it.
Yeah. The world, the U.S. politician is different than the world, politicians. I mean, Canada, Europe, China. No, everybody's calling his bluff. They don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she is, tough guy. Chinese, yeah, a really tough guy. I'm not saying Trump is
very. Knowing what I know about the Chinese, they're very good with numbers.
Yeah, of course. And Trump is a tough guy too. It's head to head, two gladiators. I don't know who's going to come out on top, China or us.
I'm not sure.
It's a competition throughout the world for trading partners. China's trying to make it more attractive to get other countries to trade with them, and we're trying to do the same.
Yeah, China is lowering their tariffs, believe it or not.
Yeah. The thing is, we're going to have to live with this for a while. I don't think he's backing down anymore.
No, I don't think so either. I think he'll say something, and then if the market responds poorly, he'll retract it. But it's going to be a yo-yo. I think volatility is going to be normal.
I don't understand why Omar, looking at the charts, thought 5,500 was enough of a rise to get the pullback to under 480, 4,800. And then once we go under the previous recent low, he's calling for a wild ride up. So, I mean, we got to look at the SPX and see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You want to take a look at it, John?
Yeah, I was looking at this yesterday, and it actually helped me with a few trades that have helped to mitigate some of this loss. But
My only win, the only trades I made was the SOXL, which we talked about on the last show, and XPXL. So I caught the big move, the big 25% move in both of them. So that helped a little. I got out this morning when I saw it negative.
yeah,
I got out in the AM, so I got most of my 25% gain.
Cool.
Summit is up. I sold it, which figures, but I sold it at over 20. It's about 20.
yeah.
Let's get share screen and get busy.
Yeah, I'm sharing. I think you just have to let me in.
I'll let you in. You're a nice guy.
Appreciate that. Yeah, so I was looking, well, I'll give you a sec to get
I
my
thought I added it to the screen before presenting a screen. Oh, I got to remove this one. Now it should work. Add to. You got it?
Yeah, but there we go. Okay. Yeah, so what I was looking at, I bought a few puts at the close yesterday because I saw the 20-day moving average was coming down. And I think this is maybe where Omar is getting his 550 because the 20-day is crossing down and it's about that level. What was really interesting too that I saw, if you zoom further out, we stopped exactly at the peak from January 2022, which I thought
Yeah,
was
that was for the 480. That was the high for 2 years.
yeah. So that was a pretty important level that it stopped at. And then the last thing I'm seeing here is, I think a level so Omar was basically saying dip, go to 550, which I'll say yesterday we went to 550, right? I mean, we missed it by
Close enough, right?
close enough. 548.62. I think the next dip maybe he's seeing is the 200-week moving average, which is right around 470, which I think could make some sense. I mean, somewhere between 470 and 480, and then it makes kind of a little double bottom.
That's what he's looking for, the double bottom and then the raw.
Yeah. So I think he's looking for this W here. And like, I mean, we've got the first part of the W, and now today we had an inside day based on what happened yesterday. But I think, in his mind, maybe Monday we gap down, then we do some weird stuff, end up here maybe in a week or two. And then it sounds like from there we go up, down, and then.
Well, he's calling for a new low, lower than 481, like for I don't know what, double bottom.
Yeah.
And then he's calling for a big rally to 700, and then a big collapse.
Yeah, and I mean I could see that. I think like based on what we just discussed, the rise to 700, and then I mean the level that would probably start to get interesting if we did go down again would be around the 400 level. I mean, I don't want to get there, but it's possible.
And if we get there, we'll wind up taking out the 348, which was the 22 low.
Yeah, basically retrace
the October 22 low.
Right, which is also the high from 2020 fall. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I agreed with the first part of his pattern, and it helped me today kind of catch this dip, but it's to be seen whether, I mean, 700 is such a round number that I don't know what to make of that. Maybe that's right, maybe it's not, but I do agree that I think a double bottom here makes some sense.
I don't think he's using 700 as a precise number.
Sure. Well,
He actually means more than 700. 700 plus.
Right. And I mean, if that holds true, then if we do double bottom here, it seems like everyone should get their cash ready to deploy around there, perhaps.
Yeah, you got to watch that 480 level. If it comes back down there, I think it's time to nibble.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that was kind of the key point yesterday. Probably some smart people saw that inflection point and went long and grabbed a huge move on the up. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think the 200 week is really important. This blue line, we've been above that forever. I mean,
yeah.
The only time we dipped below it was that flash COVID crash, and then we very, very quickly went above that. So it seems like anytime
you're saying that's 471.
It's about 468, 467. And it's an important level because you can see for the past decade, we've only gone below it really once. I mean,
yeah.
So if you know that things are happening, if that comes into play.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's look at some of these other charts. I think everyone's pretty they understand what's going on in this macro picture, but uamy, I think was.
Yeah, that's a suggestion.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
Oh, neither did I.
Bird calls. If you have any information about what this is, please let us know, because no one knows what this is. But it looks like it's doing quite well right now for whatever reason.
Yeah. Put in a turning point that
it is defying gravity.
It has a significant turning point down there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looked beautiful chart. Made a new high recently. I mean, let's zoom out to see the.
Is that the daily or the weekly?
Right now, this is the daily. We don't need the weekly, I don't think.
Well, it's a perfect Dr. J pull back to the middle of that green candle that we made today and get in.
Yeah, because I think the middle of that green candle was the prior highs, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So maybe call it 237, 238.
Is that with a decimal point or without a decimal point? I can't see.
Just call it 240, whatever.
Is that $2.40 or 240?
Oh yeah, $2.40. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll draw that line here.
Not that it makes a difference. The mathematics are all the same. It's all the same.
Yeah, but I mean that's the level right there that you're talking about. Pull back there, and I mean this is a runner. This is a good looking chart.
Yeah, I haven't been having any luck at all with these dollar stocks. Not that I've been having luck with $200 stocks either.
This is really interesting. If you look, look at what it did in 2021. It's the same level that it stopped at. So I mean, it's multi-year cup and handle or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it is a multi-year cup and handle.
Yeah. And it looks like the handle broke upwards, and now,
according to that, it's got a lot more to go. The cup and handle, from the lower to cup should go up to quite a bit, up to about double where it is now.
Seems like it's possible, yeah.
Maybe that old high from a few years ago might be in play.
Yeah, 2012 it reached $5.
It's possible. I mean, this thing has Momo. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and
it has a lot of Momo.
Agreed.
The volume picked up since on the upward move.
Yeah, thanks for sharing this. I'll look to enter. I'll put some limit buys at 240. Thanks, Bird Calls.
And SMLT, take a look at Indonesia's biotech.
I like this chart too. Let me.
I sold it at 20 just recently.
Good. Sorry, my computer always screws.
I bought it at what, 7.5? Do you remember when it popped back when?
I don't remember this one.
Yeah, it made that big gap up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I recall. I don't think I've ever owned
And then
this.
I said it's a Dr. J pulled back to the middle of the green candle at 7.5.
Yep.
So I bought some at 7.5. I never added. I got out at 20.
Yeah, I mean, this one's looks like it's in a perfect range here from, call it 1750 to 2450, and it's looking frothy. I mean, the thing I like about it is the 200 day was perfect support here.
Yeah.
It went down and it seemed to recognize that number and go right back up. And yeah, but the 50 here, it's kind of sandwiched right now between the 50 and the 200. So it might be range bound for a while until, yeah.
Why, let me ask you a question. Why would the CEO exercise his warrants early? It doesn't make sense, does it?
It doesn't. I've tried to read into these types of things one too many times, though, so I don't want to speculate on that. It's
Eric Schmidt from Cantor Fitzgerald. I don't know if that's the same Eric Schmidt that used to be the head of Google. I doubt it. But he made a point about the CEO exercising the warrants early.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the chart's good enough that I think it's worth owning some. I mean, I don't see any reason to love it or hate it right now. It just seems kind of boring, range bound, but boring right now is better than most things.
Yeah. Well, if it breaks out, the sky's the limit. If it breaks at the recent highs, look out. It'll be on some due to some fundamentals, right?
Right. Yeah, I think it's worth owning some. I mean, I should probably have some of this. What else do we want to look at? I mean, I guess I could do some of mine, but I'll save them for last because.
Well, you could do gprk.
I don't want to do that. I'll do my platinum one. gprk's too depressing right now.
I listed it along with Chevron.
I'll do gprk next then. Yeah, this one I've been in SBSW for a while, and the thing I like about it is, it made this low back in March, and it seemed, even though it did have a big pullback on all that news, it didn't make a new low there.
Higher low.
Yeah, so it made a higher low, and I think I like this one to make a run back up. I've had a $7 target on it for a while, and I mean, it's going to depend on the macro, obviously, but I think at the very least it can run back up to these prior highs and might even try to make a new high.
It looks pretty bullish.
Looks pretty bullish, yeah. It's trying to fill this gap. It's having a little trouble, but today was a good day. It was a bullish day. It closed higher than the close from the prior day.
What did it close at?
Closed at 389. The 50-day is trouble, though. I think this one, until the 50 crosses back above the 200, it's not going to be great, but I like the company a lot. I believe in it.
What is this, South African? Or?
Yeah, South African platinum. But all their fundamentals and everything suggest this should be worth about double.
Uh-huh.
But we're in a market where nothing really is going to behave the way we think it is. So
take a quick look at Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bitcoin. I have some friends that really have lost a lot on Ethereum recently.
You can't be in any crypto now other than Bitcoin. They're all SH asterisk T.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin, the thing that I like about this, I mean, there's something I like and don't like, right? The thing I like is it feels like you have pretty good support around this level. Maybe
it tested that level and it held.
Yeah. So I think above 73, 74 is relatively safe. The thing I don't love is the 50-day has been in a downtrend for a while, and it crossed below the 200. So
If
I
it does,
worry.
if it does go below the 73, it'll probably retest $50 area, 48.
Right, which that spells trouble. So that's what I don't love. But I mean, I think you can nibble anytime it goes down to the support drawn.
Right now, let's say 80. I think that's right in the middle of the range, between 50, 30 points below, and 110, 30 points above. I think it's a fair bet. You're getting even odds either way.
Yeah, and that's where we're at right now. Yeah, 80.
Fair bet at 80. Take a look at MicroStrategy, mstr.
Just the levered Bitcoin.
2.5 times approximately.
Yeah, there's too many darn lines on this chart, so I got to get rid of some of these.
The problem with this one is if Bitcoin crashes to 20,000, can they survive?
Yeah, they're levered way too much on one thing, and they're using that leverage to just recycle and get even more levered on it. So, yeah, I would be really worried below 185. But I mean, even to get to that level is a big drop from here. So I mean, it's the support that I drew here, 240 is going to be crucial. If it breaks through that, I mean,
I think you're right. 240. If it breaks through that, you're heading right to 200.
Yeah, and I
don't think it's going to break below that. I think it's a very strong support right there.
I think you're probably right in the short term. Yeah. And I mean, you have the 200-day, which really helps a lot too.
If you're a Bitcoin believer, now is the time. Now is as good a time as any to buy.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, look, basically this one, it's simple. Anytime it hits the 200, you buy it.
Okay.
Pretty simple based on the chart. And
even simpler, just dollar cost average.
Sure. I mean, it seems like right now isn't a bad time to nibble because,
I'm a little afraid of the environment, so I've been nibbling IBIT, which you don't need the chart. It's the same as Bitcoin.
Yeah. I mean, if the S&P does what Omar said, right? Like,
if the S&P does what Omar said, I'll be sick as it goes down and thrilled as it goes.
Exactly. But I think when it goes down, it'll flush out a lot of weaker hands, maybe towards, it may even go down here briefly, very briefly.
If it goes too low, it might even flush me out.
Yeah.
And I'm as big a bull as anybody.
But I'm generally still pretty optimistic, I think, with this one.
Yeah. All right, what else did I list? Chevron, CVX.
Yeah, and then we can do GeoPark too. It makes me sick, but we can look at it.
Chevron and Exxon both. I mean, it's a tough environment for energy.
It is I mean, the tariff situation and just in general.
$59 for crude the other day. I don't know what it is today.
Yeah. Anytime it's below 60, that's definitely.
The gas prices at the gas stations are lower, noticeably lower.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the good news is it looks like it put in a multi bottom, right? Multi-point bottom.
I mean, this one is just classic range bound. I don't know why my chart always does this when I draw a line, but yeah, I mean, if you believe in this support, this is a pretty good time to buy some, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, this range I drew is massive. Like I probably could get this down a little, to be honest, but
what's the top of the range and what's the low?
About 135 to 170. So a $35 range is what I have there. And I mean, that's pretty good in this market to
that's
get.
That's a good percentage gain. 135 to 170.
Yeah, I mean it's about 25%.
I'll take it.
Little more actually, 27%.
For a very very dull kind of stock, right?
Right. They probably pay a dividend though, I'm guessing, right? Stocks
Sure.
like these. Yeah. But yeah.
We want to look at GPRK.
Yeah.
This matter.
It's slid down.
Mara too.
It's slid
But yeah,
down.
we'll look at GeoPark. I mean, GeoPark's really been hit on the chin recently. It
made a new low.
Yeah,
I sold it the other day at I sold it at a loss at 8. It was 8.25 or 8 something.
Uh-huh.
And I bought Mara I lost a point. I think I bought it at 9.25, sold it at 8.25.
Good for you, honestly. Because I mean, even though this chart makes me sick, I like it a lot now because it's at the low of COVID. And I mean, if you're telling me that this company is in the same situation it was when crude literally went negative for a little bit, I would say that's not right.
Well, we don't know how low crude is going to drift. If we enter a global recession, it could go to $30.
Right, but I think it's already priced at that.
Really?
Well, if you look at this chart, I mean, April 2020, it was priced the exact same that it is now. And I mean, granted, I can look at the fundamentals all I want, but the market can be irrational longer than can stay.
Are we going to drill even if oil is in a decline and it drops into the low 50s?
It's cheaper to import it.
It is.
Yeah. I can't see the drill baby drill. I think the drill baby drill is on hold.
Right. I mean, this is Latin American based where they have a lot less
regulation. Keep it as a reserve,
Everybody likes Amazon now, except for a few analysts, but everybody's jumping on Amazon.
Yeah, we'll do Mara and then maybe we'll call it.
Yeah, well, it should end with Amazon, I think.
Oh yeah, Amazon, yeah. Yeah, Mara, I mean, it looks kind of similar to the story that we saw with mstr where it's at support. I like it. I mean, I like it based on the ranges, right? I mean, the low that it made is higher than the low from September. It is in a downtrend, which isn't great, but I mean, if Bitcoin rises, this rises. It's quite simple. I mean,
and they're hoarding. They're stacking their gold. They're not selling the new, what do you call it? Hash hits, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, there's very, very strong support here.
Yeah.
Multi-year, like, I mean.
The CEO of Mara is very bullish on the price of Bitcoin, which stands to reason.
Well, I mean, if they weren't, then they probably would just sell the whole company.
Or sell their Bitcoin as they mine it. They're hoarding it.
Right.
So he's looking for a high of 180 on the year. The CEO, 180,000. I mean,
I like the level that it's at right now quite a bit. I actually added some of this week.
What is it? What was the low? The recent low?
The recent low. Let me zoom in here. It's 981. I got it at 1090, so it's already paid a little bit.
Okay.
I got it at 1030.
Nice.
All right. So we covered all ground, right?
Amazon. Yeah, so we'll do Amazon and then we'll have some closing thoughts, which I think.
So pretty much everything is a good deal right now. Is a good, good buy.
Provided the market doesn't go to 2,000 on the SPX,
yeah. 2,000, get out of town.
It's just a number.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Amazon, similar thing here where the lows are higher, but the thing I don't love about it is I think the 200 and the 50 are going to meet soon, and it's the 20-day. You could basically short the 20-day anytime it hits that. That's been the trend.
Yeah.
If you're bullish this right now, you're basically saying, okay, we're higher than we were that August. This low is going to be the new local low, and we'll go back up. I can see arguments.
I mean, if you look at the Mag 7, this is one of the ones that are being picked along with Microsoft. And the ones that are being ignored are Apple and Tesla.
I like Amazon better than Apple and Tesla for sure at this juncture, especially Tesla. I'm not a fan.
Most of the analysts are not a fan of Tesla or Apple right now.
Apple, I don't mind. I think it's okay to always have some Apple, but Tesla, I don't. I mean, if someone told me they were selling all their Tesla, I wouldn't blame them, honestly.
So the question is right now, I know we're charting, stocks individually, but don't you think that it all depends on the geopolitical fiasco that's happening right now? I mean, all the charts are down, and I mean, below, the 50, the 100, the 200, but it all depends on what Trump says or does with the tariffs.
In the short term, I think I agree with that. Yeah. The next couple months.
We're studying the charts, but the real culprit is the administration and their decisions.
I generally agree. Yeah. Especially
final thoughts. Where would you, if you had money if you had $100,000 laying around, where would you put it tomorrow?
Crypto, mstr, the miners. That's my.
But you split it up between MicroStrategy and Mara.
Yeah.
What would you do with the 100?
I think I would do a little bit of defense, aerospace, and then I continue to think Latin America is going to do well. So I would definitely do a portion there and some metals, but I would also just, based on what we just saw, like I would buy some Amazon. I would buy some blue chip stocks that aren't Apple and Tesla that should rebound well when everything else rebounds.
I'm not sure what I would do, but I've been looking to pick up Costco and Netflix, so I'd probably do it if I had the desire to spend. I have the cash, but I'm just not in the buying mood.
I think I would also keep 50 of it would be my answer. I would spend half and keep the other half.
Yeah, for the next shoe to fall.
Yeah,
as always, do your own due diligence. Our opinion, strictly our own, non-investment advice. And give us a like and tell your friends about us and give us a subscribe and give us your winners, your losers. We're very sympathetic and empathetic to all the losing. So come to the show and cry. Join us in commiserating the losses you've taken. Hasta luego, ciao.
Hasta luego. See ya. Thanks.